Pranam, this is Rahul Kapoor and welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about compassion, the art of rising above yourself. First things first, the ultimate goal of every soul is to liberate itself. Jainism suggests that compassion and kindness play a very major role in spiritual upliftment. Let's get started by sharing with you a very powerful and inspiring story of the king of elephants and a rabbit. Once a terrible forest fire broke out and all the animals went running to take refuge on a stretch of land which was used by the elephants. The elephant king raised his foot to scratch his body because of an itch. At that very moment, a rabbit was pushed into the space by the pressure of other animals present there. As the elephant tried to put the foot back, he felt the presence of the rabbit and decided to hold the foot up in order to save it. The fire raged for 2.5 days, during which the elephant continued to hold his foot up out of compassion for the rabbit. At the end of the fire, the animals retreated. The elephant tried to lower his foot. However, it had stiffened so much that he could not place it down. Thus, he lost his balance and fell on the ground. He felt intense pain and could not get up. And after 3 days of agonizing pain, he died. It is said that the elephant, due to his compassion for the rabbit, was born as King Shrenik in his next birth. Isn't this an inspiring story of compassion and its results? But I'm sure the pragmatic minds watching this video are not convinced. And for their sake, I'm going to take a little detour and share with you some of the practical and scientific benefits of practicing compassion. Brain image study conducted on human beings suggests that the pleasure center in the brain gets activated when someone gives charity. An experiment conducted at Harvard Business School suggests that the act of giving to others increases the giver's well-being significantly. Another research shows that depression and anxiety are linked to the state of self-focus, and practicing compassion dissolves that state and makes us happier. The medical research revealed that people with compassion, altruism, and greater meaning had lower level of cellular inflammation, the root of cancer and other diseases. And finally, it has been established that practicing compassion enhances our social connection and strengthens our immune system, helps us recover from diseases faster, and may even lengthen our life. Having said that, I'm sure that all of us are convinced about the many benefits of compassion, both in the materialistic as well as the spiritual world. Having said that, now let's define compassion and also find ways to master this art. Compassion is a feeling that arises when you're confronted with another's suffering and feel motivated to relieve that suffering. It refers to both an understanding of another's pain and the desire to somehow mitigate that pain. The practice of compassion is about going from self to others. It is about moving from I to we. It is a spiritual quality. Try the 3 big ideas and get started on your journey of compassion. Number 1, start with self-compassion. It requires taking a balanced approach to your negative emotions. It means being gentle, kind, and understanding with yourself. Accept that you're not perfect. Learn to forgive yourself instead of mercilessly judging and criticizing yourself. Make peace with your inner critic. Increase your self-awareness and make a genuine attempt to get better every day. When you begin to feel centered and peaceful, you can then shift the focus from self to others. Number 2, develop compassion for others. A good start point is to be concerned about others irrespective of your own situation. When you find a way to mentally or emotionally connect with the world of others, you will be able to imagine what they are experiencing and therefore become present to their realities of life and support them. You can also perform a random act of kindness for a friend, colleague, or a stranger. Or the next time you encounter a difficult person or circumstance, try responding with compassion. Do not harbor ill feelings towards others. Value people and experiences over money. Indulge in charity. Donate money and help others in as many ways as you can. The more we care for the happiness of others, the greater the sense of our own self-being becomes. Number 3, aim to master ultimate compassion. Compassion is the quality that takes us closest to the divine within each one of us. It is a prerequisite for us to open the gates of higher energies to flow in and thus advance ourselves in spiritual path. The feeling of compassion can be nurtured with practice of meditation, being non-violent, following the law of interdependence, overcoming impurities such as anger, ego, greed, and deceit. Be mindful that all living beings need is to live and be happy. So try and assist them in as many ways as you can via your thoughts, words, and actions. Aim to be a friend to all, an enemy to none. Be kind not only to human beings, but even to animals, birds, in fact to all living beings. The prayer of the compassionate is always, let all beings be happy. Let all beings be equanimous. Let all beings be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. In conclusion, make a note that short-term pleasures can be experienced by acquiring materialistic things. However, for experiencing long-term happiness and fulfillment, one must consider practicing compassion. After all, life is less about what we can take from others and more about what we can give back to the world. It's time for you to rise above yourself and live a life that really matters.